in my third day in Gilgit-Baltistan, it was time to leave Skardu to go to Hunza Valley, the part of the trip I was most looking for, as I had heard amazing things about this place. The Hunza was a whole day of traveling away, so we embarked on a road trip across Gilgit-Baltistan
from Skardu to Hunza Valley. And get your eyes ready for this one, as the road and the landscapes along the way were amazing.
Before leaving Skardu, we were supposed to go to one last place called Karakoram Lake, where a very expensive but beautiful hotel was located. Unfortunately, on our way there, we got stopped on the road by a protest taking place against all the power cuts happening repeatedly in Skardu Valley. A group of people were blocking the road in order to draw the government's attention. From what I understood, several projects were going on, like to increase the electricity capacity of the valley, but were not moving much. As the group was waiting for the government officials to come and hear the demands, we were stuck in the 4x4 waiting. But as things were not looking very promising, our guides decided to take another route that was much longer and less well-maintained to circumvent the protest. Unfortunately, that meant that we would not have time to go to Karakoram Lake. And like this, our road trip started. So we left Skardu this morning, and now we are on our way to Hunza, stopping by Gilgit on the way. So it's a long road, long way, maybe close to 6 hours. But the landscapes are very beautiful, and you get all these terraces and the orange blossom, and the blossoms. So it's very nice. After a couple of hours of driving, we stopped for lunch. It was Ramadan time when I was there, so there were not a lot of places open where we could have some food. The food was simple but nourishing.
At this stop, I also discovered that the most expensive toilets in the world were here in Pakistan. I think it is more for tourism purposes than anything else, as I believe few people would be ready to spend more than $600 to do the number 2.
And after taking a few pictures of local people, we decided to continue our journey. During this trip, I added new pictures to my What the Fuck Pakistan collection, as we passed by very unlikely situations, like people sitting at the front of a truck while the truck was in movement. And I was also very impressed by the truck art game in Pakistan. Many of the trucks we saw were very ornamented, and I've heard that it's kind of a national sport here in Pakistan. That was definitely unusual and very fun to watch. While we were driving, I also learned more about the local economy and culture here. The region is rich in precious metals and gemstone. And on the side of the road, we saw some miners high in the mountain doing a very dangerous job where very little safety was involved to extract the precious rocks from the mountain.
Along the road, we stopped at a very special place, which is the junction of the 3 mightiest mountain ranges in the world, the Hindu Kush, the Himalayas, and the Karakoram.
If you were not a geologist, was a bit hard to see the differences. It can sound a bit boring, but it was actually fascinating to stand there. The Pakistani had built a monument here to let people know about that fact. That wasn't the most impressive view I had seen in Gilgit-Baltistan, but just knowing was in itself very fulfilling. As we were approaching Gilgit, the capital of the province, we drove by a beautiful valley that looked like heaven on earth. While all the surroundings were just desert, there was this oasis of green stretching for miles, showing the resilience of the local people that turned what used to be a wasteland into a habitable home. It was one of my favorite sights in all the trip. A few kilometers later, we arrived in Gilgit, the capital of Gilgit-Baltistan, which is not a very interesting city. It is the economic center of the province, but in no way the nicest place. With a bit more than 200,000 inhabitants, this is the largest city in all of Gilgit-Baltistan. And it also represents a big chunk of the overall population of the region. We only drove by, so I did not have time to have a closer look at it. But it looked quite uninspiring. It was just a big city where people went for convenience, but lacking the majesty of Skardu or Hunza. We didn't stay there long. We stopped there for a bit, as Mukim had to join another group.
So I was left with Majid, our driver, who is a very nice guy and who has amazing taste in music. We still had a couple of hours left driving to reach Hunza, but as it was dark I did not shoot much.
We've arrived to Hunza. It took us a long time because there was this protest on the road. That's made us take another route, and so it took much longer. But finally we're there. We arrived by night. The hotel is very, very nice. The room is great. And I had my first taste of Hunza cuisine. So it's very simple. It's light, but it's so good. So far, to be honest, it's my favorite meal I've had in Pakistan. So I had some kind of pancake, some kind of stuffed crepe, kind of, as well as the soup, and perfect for dinner. It's light, it's all organic, and the taste is just very, very, very good. So yeah, so far it's great. I have no complaint. I'm all Team Hunza for now. And right now we're just getting tea. So here they have a special tea made from a local plant. It's some kind of wild thyme, and it's very herbal. It tastes like thyme, to be honest. I think it's very good for digestion, and it's good for, after dinner at night, instead of the usual tea they drink here, which is with milk. It's a good way to end a meal, for sure. I'll try to bring some back, because this is one of the unique things here with apricots. And tomorrow I have the full day in Hunza, so I'll be able to check around, check the handicraft, buy some supply of apricots, walnuts, all the things they do here. And then we'll also visit a bit Karimabad, which is the main town of Hunza where we are. A bit later we'll try to take pictures by night. What is good here is they don't have much public lighting, so that means there is little light pollution, and you can get very nice pictures with the stars. So I'll try to do that tonight if I'm not too tired, and hopefully the result will be great.
In the end, my efforts did not yield good photos, but well, you cannot always win. In any case, it had been an amazing road trip that I would recommend people doing, and we were finally in Hunza Valley, the land of the Fountain of Youth where people were said to live more than 100 years old. I was so excited, and I was really looking forward to the coming days. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe, that would really help the channel, and on this I wish you a great evening, and I see you in the next episode. Tschüss!